we are back. We are back, y'all, at the spot. Man, y'all tune in. Y'all make sure y'all share. Invite y'all friends. We are back at the spot, y'all. Man, I hope God is blessing you real good. Wanted to give y'all some time to come on in to the show. We got a wonderful show for y'all on tonight, and we also got some wonderful information to share with y'all. But first, I need to see some hearts on that screen. Y'all put some hearts on the screen, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Like I said, make sure y'all share. Invite y'all friends. Leave us some comments, man. And we hope God is blessing you real good. I got Miss Renitra behind the camera. We about to get some shout-outs out the way, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all let us know y'all here on the spot. Somebody say SeLah's spot in the comments so we can make sure we give y'all a shout-out, man. Come on in. Make sure y'all don't forget to share with y'all friends. Put some hearts on the screen. Because we just want to show y'all as much love as y'all show us on a weekly basis right here. Shout out to AJ Bosworth, me and Nisha Dryden. Thank y'all for being on the spot, man. God bless you real good. Y'all make sure y'all continue to share with y'all friends. Trent is in the building. Shout out to Trent. We got people constantly trickling in. So while we doing that, I kind of just want to backtrack to last week just a little bit. Now, if you tuned in on last week, we had the kids with us, y'all. We had the babies with us. The SeLah babies, they came on, they sang for you guys. They talked a little bit about their experience with SeLah, how they got into acting. We had kids from, 6 all the way up to 16. And it was amazing. It was amazing to see those kids talk about their experience with SeLah, how SeLah kind of grows their relationship with our Father. And it was also a beautiful sight that they had, all of them had their mothers with them, encouraging them, supporting them, and pushing them in their dreams, pushing them into their destiny, pushing them into their purpose. So, man, we want to thank all of our kids, our SeLah kids who came out on last week. Thank everyone for tuning in and for just continuing to encourage our kids, man. We got to continue to encourage our youth because we live in this crazy, crazy world, and if we're not raising our children up in the Lord, they're going to be lost. Shout out to Anitra Woods, Stacy Dryden, Randy Nelson, Elizabeth Rusev. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Y'all stay tuned. We got a wonderful show for y'all on tonight, man. Wonderful show. So y'all make sure y'all share this video with your friends. Invite people to like it. Invite people to come on in and join us. We here at the spot, y'all. Y'all know how we do it. We all the way up to what? Episode 11, episode 12. I'm losing track, y'all. I'm just having so much fun with y'all. So, let me kind of get into some of this information that I need to relate to y'all, and then we're going to bring up our guests. So, y'all, man, somebody say something new. Yes, you. Yeah, put on the screen right now, something new. Y'all, it is finally here. It is finally here. SeLah's Soiree, the business mixer, it is finally here. We are going to be right here on Saturday, February 24th, 2018, right here at 516 East Airline Highway at Choice, the event place. If you haven't registered yet, business owners, vendors, if you haven't registered yet for the business mixer, SeLah's Soiree, walking in our destiny, walking in our purpose, y'all, please waste no more time. The time is almost here. We have to run towards our vision. Go to www.selahproductionsincorp.org and register today. Please do not waste any more time. You've seen us for the past month or so talking about running towards our vision. We have to run towards our vision. And the first step for you is attending this soiree. We had Miss Renitra on a few weeks ago, and she talked about how she met Miss JaVon at a soiree. And just taking that leap of faith, understanding that God is going to move, but we have to move. We have to allow God to come into our lives and do something greater because our God is greater. So, y'all, do not waste any more time, man. www.selahproductionsincorp.org. Hit the shop tab at the top of the screen and register. If you have a business, you have a service that you offer, SeLah's Soiree this Saturday is the place for you. You'll be able to talk about your business to everyone who's going to be here. They're going to have people who's coming in to shop with us and network with us. There's going to be other business owners. We have some well-established business owners who are going to be talking to us, just giving us some encouragement about how to run towards that vision, how to take that next leap, take that next step, that new level, that new dimension to make sure that we're running towards the purpose that God has for us. So please don't waste any more time, y'all. The time is now. We want to thank Prophet Antoine Jasmine for allowing us to be here right at Choice, the event place, Choice International, to stream live to you guys. And we also want to thank him for allowing us to use this place, this wonderful place, to have our soiree. So you want to make sure you're in the building. We're going to talk a little bit more about that. I want to give a shout out to Elmira Shaw, John Watkins. Man, that is some of the most loyal viewers in the world. Miss Marion is in the building. Miss Marion, how are you doing? And we also have Peyto Morris. Thank y'all so much for joining us once again right here on SeLah's Spot, y'all. Thank you so much. God bless you real good, and stay tuned because we have a wonderful show for y'all on tonight. So, with that being said, we talked about the soiree, and we're going to talk a little bit more about the soiree through this episode. But I want to kind of backtrack a little bit. We talked about the babies. You know, we had the kids on last week, and they all talked about how they have a dream, you know, singing, acting, dancing. Each of them, you know, some of them even displayed their talents for us on last week. We had a couple of the young ladies, they sang for us right here live on the spot. Y'all never know what y'all gonna get on the spot, so we could do something impromptu and just do it for y'all real quick. They had me rapping a few weeks ago, so y'all know how we do it. But I say that to say, I saw so much growth in those young ladies from the first day they came into rehearsal until we got on the stage. And it's a testament, and we always talk about this, y'all, it's just a testament to how blessed SeLah is, how blessed our director is, how blessed our staff is, and our cast, and the growth that we kind of encourage each other. The growth or the overall growth. So I want to transition into JaVon Ophelia's act. You know, we talk about JaVon Ophelia's act all the time, and I honestly don't think we kind of push it enough to you guys just how important I think JaVon Ophelia's act is, y'all. And so right now what I want to do is really explain to you guys what JaVon Ophelia's act is. So our director and playwright had a vision that she wanted to help others grow in their gifts, grow in their talents, and, you know, be groomed to be professionals. You know, you've seen so many people come onto this couch and talk about how they never thought they would be actors, how they never thought they would be dancers and singers in professional productions. I'm one of those people. I had little to no acting experience before I became a part of SeLah. And now, you know, we talk about it all the time. SeLah is growing. SeLah is going into a new dimension. And SeLah has explosive favor, y'all. So I want to just talk a little bit about JaVon Ophelia's act. But first, got to give a shout out to Lynn Battier, Yolanda Fleming, and Miss Joy Butler is in the building. How you doing, Miss Butler? We are glad to have you on the spot as always. I want to thank you. Miss Joy, we love you so much. We love you so much here at SeLah, and we appreciate you for joining us once again right here on the spot. Thank y'all so much. God bless you real good. So, you know, JaVon Ophelia's act is an opportunity for you all. You know, if you ever had a dream of singing, acting, or dancing, it's an opportunity for you all to be professionally groomed. You know, you also have an opportunity, you know, to be a part of SeLah at some point. Ms. JaVon is growing, SeLah is growing, and we'll always be looking for new singers, dancers, or actors. Also, you know, you'll get a professional headshot. You just have an overall opportunity that if you have that vision, you can run towards that vision. Everything in SeLah is growing, and you want to be a part of it. So don't waste any more time. Like we said with the soiree, don't waste any more time. If you have that little nudge, that little voice in your head that's telling you, go for it, have faith. Don't waste any more time, y'all. You can join JaVon Ophelia's act right now. You just email JaVonOphelia's@gmail.com, or you can dial 225-623-9449. Once again, that's 225-623-9449. Don't waste any more time. We've seen countless people come and sit here and talk about how they never, ever thought they would be an actor, singer, or dancer at a professional level, and SeLah is just continuing to grow us and groom us into professionals, and we're running towards our vision. So I don't want you guys to waste any more time. If you have that little voice in your head, man, you just pray. Pray on it. We've seen so many people who never thought they would be actors, singers, or dancers become excellent in their craft because they have faith and they believe. So once again, that's 225-623-9449. Shout out to Diane. Jasmine is in the building. Mother Jasmine, thank you for joining us. Cassandra Williams, thank you so much for joining us. We are glad to have you here at the spot, and we hope God is blessing you real good. So, without further ado, y'all, I'm going to bring up my first guest, okay? Now, this guy, we see him, you know, when we're rehearsing, we trying to get straight at the theater, we see him working real hard, he's doing this thing, and I feel like he's underappreciated. You see us act, but I don't think y'all realize, I don't even really know how much work it takes to put all this together visually, the physical labor that it demands, and just the overall gift that it is. So without further ado, now y'all know how we do here at the spot. We like to show people love. We give them a warm welcome. So y'all give a round of applause. Put some hearts on the screen right now. Come on down, my man. We got Mr. Chad James in the building. Y'all show him some love, y'all. Y'all show him some love. What's good, my man? Man, what's good with you, brother? All good, man. We all good, man. Have a seat, my brother. How you feeling today, man?
Oh, everything's good, sir.
Everything good? Y'all give them some hearts, y'all. Give them some hearts. So, let's just talk, my man. How you doing today? You good?
Everything's good.
Everything good? Cool. So, I want the audience to understand, you know, because with our productions, we don't have small production at this point. Right. The productions are extravagant. And with extravagant productions, you need extraordinary people behind the scenes doing what they have to do to make sure that everything is in place. So just kind of talk to the people a little bit about what you do.
I like to get out and set the stage, make sure all the props are in, it's really is nothing to me, just make sure the production is going well. Yeah, absolutely. Now see, you being humble right now. You feel me? He being cool, you know, it's nothing to me, you feel what I'm saying? Y'all give him some hearts, man. We got Chad James in the building. Now, you say that, and that's probably just from experience. You know, you've probably been doing it for a long time. Yes, sir.
But from the outsider's point of view, man, I'm going to tell you, just from my point of view, hey, you be putting that work in, my brother. You be putting that work in, and you know, we appreciate you. We appreciate your hard work, man. You come in. You know, obviously, we running all around your set, trying to get our part straight.
Right.
But, you know, you play a major role in our production. Now, I'm going to tell y'all this. From the last play, if it had not been for the Lord and the sequel, if y'all saw, and it probably went over y'all, I don't know. Sometimes we just lose track. But when we come through that door and there's this we have the big old wall, the back wall of the house, all that's my man right here. Now, y'all see how big it is. It's not like he could just put it on the truck, build it at the crib, and bring it to the theater. Nah, he does it right then and there, y'all. So y'all can put some hearts on the screen just for that, and y'all give him a round of applause for that, man. Because that's hard work, y'all. That's hard work. So, how did you get into it? When did you start?
Renovating or the set in the back?
Oh, just that in general. Yeah, renovating. We can go with that.
It's always sort of kind of been a passion, you know, to put the beauty into things. And I met Miss JaVon, and she had some backdrops, and you know, we assembled them, and here we are.
Absolutely. So, how did you meet Miss JaVon?
Through a church member, Ray Williams.
Ray Williams, one of our cast members. Y'all show some love to Mr. Ray, you heard me?
Yeah, Ray Williams told me that they needed someone to fulfill a, position of setting up the backdrops, transporting material and equipment to and fro. Just a hands-on guy to make sure that when you slam the door, the wall don't fall.
Right. Absolutely. And then from that, just kind of talk about, because, everyone has their own story as far as, how they came into SeLah's. So from that introduction from Mr. Ray, and then upon you meeting Ms. JaVon, how did that initial conversation go as far as you deciding, okay, I want to be a part of this?
Well, Let me think.
Stump you on that one, huh?
So,
It's all good. It's
They
all
came
good.
to me, you know, and the guy they had last season to put this stuff together. I think it was Al. I think it was another guy from the church.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was another guy from the church, Al, and I think they were out of town, and she came to me kind of like, you know, well, Ray came and said, hey, we really need somebody to put this thing together.
Yeah.
So I went out and met with Miss JaVon and Miss Andrea, and saw they had a vision and just wanted to kind of be a part of what they had going on. You know, this was my first setup with doing something of this nature.
Production, yeah.
It was something that was enjoyable, and here we are to do it once again.
Absolutely, man. Hey, like you said, we about to do it once again, y'all. We are not stopping anytime soon.
We're gonna take it to Hollywood.
Oh yeah, we believe that. Shout out to Seisha in the building. Shout out Seisha. Y'all know Seisha is one of our anointed tribe of Judah praise dancers, and we gonna put a kickstand right there because I got another one coming in a little bit. Shout out to Craig Gant and Shavers Right in the building. Thank y'all so much for joining us right here at the spot. I'm here with my man, Mr. Chad James is in the building. He's right here telling us about his God-given gifts and how he contributes to the production. So y'all stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. We got a lot of show to go. But God bless you real good. So my man, let's talk a little bit about, you know, that particular part of it, your gift. You know, now I know you say you've been doing it for a while. When did you realize, because, you know, we all have our hobbies.
Right.
We all have our things that we do on the side. But at what point, just an estimate, you know, and what point did you realize that, okay, it's not just a hobby, this is a God-given gift. I can use this and you know, make a living from it because it's my passion.
Right. I guess it's been about 20 years in the making. Like I said, it's just to go in and see something in one way and how you see it in the end result. You know, the beautification of the putting something together.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So in short, you know, and we talk about this all the time as well, you know, it's a difference between just having something that you know how. You said it earlier. I'm kind of piggybacking off of what you said. I don't even know if you realize you said it. That passion is what drives you.
Yeah, I just like the outcome of seeing one thing in one way, and I just like the awe on the people. You know, it's like,
yeah, it's an art. It's an art. Yeah, absolutely. So let's kind of take a turn, right?
Yes, sir.
So from obviously you've been, like you said, over 20 years you've been doing it, you know, which that's a blessing in itself. And I want to, you know, from me, I want to congratulate you because you're doing something that you love, and I commend you for that. You know, I commend you for that because you're not out here, you know, just doing something you don't want to do for a paycheck. So I commend you for that. You know what I mean?
Sometimes it's strange on a paycheck because a lot of the people just don't have what it takes to get their things into the position it needs to be in. So a lot of the times I'll get home, my wife be like, "Well, that's what you did on that." And I was like, "Well, they needed it, and I could do it."
Absolutely.
And we did.
So what you're saying is, you know, talk a little bit more about that because you're very giving. It seems like, you know.
I mean, I like to give, but I like to give as well.
Absolutely. I mean, you want to be, you know.
Yeah.
You definitely want to be rewarded for what you put in.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. You know, it's sometimes you go to people and they need certain things, and it's only a certain budget that they have to fulfill what they need, and sometimes you just put that little extra.
Yeah. I'm
not going to come and you have a hole in one wall and I'm 5 feet from another hole and leave the hole. You know?
Right. But that's one of those things, that's just the God in you. You know, that's the God in you because, you know, a lot of times, shout out to Elena, Isaac, Dale, shout out to Yolanda Farlow, and shout out to Tammy Green. Thank y'all so much so much for joining us here at the spot. Y'all put some hearts on the screen. We're here with Chad James. He's talking about his vision. He's talking about what he does in the production, what he does in his everyday life, and how he's using his passion to just fulfill everything that God has for him. So yeah, my man. Now let's shift to the production real quick.
Yes.
How was that process? Now I don't, obviously we be in our scripts, we trying to get our lines together, get our staging together. We see you doing your thing, but we don't necessarily know everything that's going on. Once we get into theater, about how long is that process and how challenging is that process, putting all of that together in a short period of time?
Well, Ms. JaVon pretty much has everything laid out, and just pretty much put the backdrops on
Periatods?
Periatods,
Yeah.
and that's it's pretty much it. Now, say for instance when you have the opening doors and closing doors, that's a little challenging because you don't want you all to go out there and have one of y'all steamy scenes, somebody slamming
Right.
backdrop fall.
Right.
So, it's a little challenging, but like I say, it's just in everything.
Absolutely.
Everyday construction.
So now what about us? Because I know we are in the way a lot. How challenging is that?
Well, everybody has their part to play, and you just kind of have to go in sync with what's going on. Everything's. I'll just say everything's good.
Everything is all good. Man. I feel that. Hey, that's a good way to go about life.
I'm kind of a lost word. Everything's good.
Everything is
I'm
all
really
good.
not a big talker.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good, my man. But you comfortable? You here at the spot? I think that's a great way to think about. Somebody put on the screen right now, everything's good. Because God is good, y'all, everything is good. So somebody right now put on the screen, everything is good. I want to give a shout out to Mr. Ray Williams. Mr. Ray, we just finished talking about you, my brother. Shout out to my guy, Joshua is in the building, man. A former member of SeLah's, shout out. Darian is in the building, and never mind. She's in the building, and she's in the building on the spot. And Courtney Moody is in the building, man. Shout out to each and every one of y'all, man. Thank y'all for being on the spot with us on tonight. We have a wonderful show lined up for you guys. Without further ado, my man, I want to go ahead and bring up your wife. Did you want to introduce your wife to the people?
Oh, yeah. That's Dana James, my wife, co-owner of United Front Transportation.
Awesome.
And
give us some love. Y'all show us some love. Put some hearts on the screen. Miss Dana, come on down. You are on the spot. You are on the spot. Have a seat right here. Have a seat. How you doing today, Miss Dana?
How are you doing?
Oh, man, I can't. Everything's good.
everything's good.
Everything's good. That's the theme. Everything's good. God is good, so everything's good. So, you guys are, shout out to Miss Andrea is in the building. Man, much love to Miss Andrea in the building. My boy Spice Hawthorne is in the building, man. Shout out to y'all for being on the spot here with us on tonight. We got some wonderful guests, y'all. Y'all put some hearts on the screen, show them some love. So, you guys are the third married couple to be here on the spot. So that's a blessing in itself. Now, Ms. Dana, I want to kind of ask you a little something about, let's just talk about you guys' marriage. And I know that you spend a lot of time outside of home working. How is that dynamic and how is that understanding, knowing that both of you guys have busy lives, both of you are serving the Lord in your own individual ways, and just having that understanding that, look, at the end of the day, we're here to help each other, support each other, and help each other grow.
21 years. Next month on the 1st.
Oh, man, congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Absolutely.
Yes, and we just, like I talked to my husband, it's pretty much take a team effort.
Team effort, absolutely.
When you're a team,
Mm-hmm.
you even with the kids, you form a team.
Yeah.
So everybody have to do their part.
Mm-hmm.
And that balance everything out. When he works sometimes long hours.
Yeah.
Leave early morning. I leave early morning. We have 2 at home. We got a daughter that's in Texas, one that's in college now.
Yeah.
My son is a junior, and we have a 9-year-old.
Oh.
So we have a very busy life.
Yeah.
Especially with the son into sports, and with now in the business, but it's just really praying, asking God for guidance and how to keep everything flowing.
Yeah.
It's challenging.
Absolutely.
It's definitely challenging. But when you have that mindset, and first of all, when you put God first,
absolutely.
God's going to organize everything because He's my organizer.
Absolutely. Now, you said something that just now, and it's funny, I was about to go back to that as well, you know, because I asked that first question, you know, from a perspective of you guys as humans, you know, how do you try to make it work? But, you know, and I would like to hear from both of you on this, just both of your perspectives. How big of a role does God play in that? You said 21 years next month on the 1st, right?
Well, he played an awesome role, 21 years.
21 years, man, that's a blessing.
Yes, good God.
Yes.
It's, a big role. You know, it wasn't always like that.
Yeah.
You know, we thank God that God placed us around the right people and to help nurture us and mature us, and even if we have to call on some of the right people.
Yeah.
Because you have to have the right people around
you. Yeah.
You know, somebody to feed into you and to let you know, okay, then you wrong. Well, my mama was that person.
Yeah.
And my mama passed, and then God have had other spiritual women in my life, like Mother Jasmine, and intercessors in my life. You know, and our pastor, our family home, we come from Destiny Christian Center.
Shout out Destiny, man.
Yeah.
Shout out Destiny.
Our first lady, you know, and Prophet Jasmine, you know, we all went to church together.
Okay.
We all grew up in church.
Oh, wow.
At Beachboro, we all grew up together. Yeah.
So it's a family. It's a family thing, man.
Yeah, Prophet was playing organ and everything. So we all grew up together. So our foundation was always God.
Strong,
So he plays a major part.
Absolutely. You know, we talk a little bit about, shout out to Sandra Jackson. Lynn Baker is in the building. And also we have Krishana Carpenter. Thank you all so much, y'all, for joining the spot on tonight. Right now we have Mr. Chad James, Ms. Dana James in the building. They're talking about supporting each other's visions in their marriage and just how big of a role God plays in their marriage. They make 21 years on the 1st next month. So y'all put some hearts on the screen for that, y'all. That's a blessing. So, where was I going? Oh, so you said something about foundation. That's something we talk about a lot here on SeLah's Spot, because in order for us to be strong in our faith, we have to have that foundation. We have to have the Word of God constantly, not just, you know, reading it or hearing it, but constantly living it. So where did that start for you guys individually?
Well, living it started for me. Like I said, we had the foundation. And growing up, most of us, fell off that foundation, but the foundation was set. So then God has to kind of get you back into your right place, because already we have a purpose on our life. Absolutely. Our parents did what they were supposed to do. You know, make sure that you train up that child. And our parents did. And we went our own ways, but God had to bring me back. And He did. He stripped me. And then I had enough sense and wisdom to know what my mom taught me, to have to start living this thing. And I pretty much ran back to God, meaning going to hear the Word, because the Word had to build me up again, because I was torn down. And a lot of us, we run away from the Word. Well, no, that's the hospital. Run to the Word. Run to God. And the Word of God will build you up. You will fall in love with God. And once you fall in love with God, that's it.
That's a wrap.
He has your heart. So pretty much, I ain't going back, because I fall in love with God.
You got everything you need.
That's everything.
Everything's good.
Everything's
good.
Everything's good. We finally talking.
Well, when you talk about God, I get that. You know, when that's your life. You know, you get excited talk about your life. And he's my life, my part of my life. So.
Now, family. SeLah family. Chad thinks he's off the hook, but I'm about to go right back to him. You feel me? Now, Chad, I know you were, you know, backstage a lot of the time. You was working on stuff, but, you know, was there anything that you may have heard while we were rehearsing, or anything that may have stuck out to you, or even just the name of the production, if it had not been for the Lord, you know? is there anything in that speaks to you guys' life?
Cat got the tongue.
Cat got his tongue.
Really, I said it was not a big deal, but I really was kind of making sure everything was going right for you guys. So
Yeah.
I heard what was going on with the production, but I really didn't see, what took place or transpired.
Absolutely.
So, in regards to that, I know from the setup and the things that we set up, I know it was God-inspired production, but I don't have a lot of insight on
as far as the actual production.
Production, right.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the title. If it had not been for the Lord, where would you be?
I wouldn't be here.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I don't know where I'd be, but I wouldn't be here. I'd be in a whole lot of trouble somewhere. If it wasn't for him.
But God is present in your life, so everything's good. Everything is good.
Like I said, not to say I was there at the production and didn't really get a chance to pick up on a lot of what was going on. Like I said, I really was making sure that everything was set up just right for you guys.
Absolutely.
But back to if it had not been for the Lord. I don't know, man. Just I could be in a lot of places, but wouldn't probably be alive from the past.
Wow.
The past was
Yeah.
past was rough. Like I said, like she said, rather, we all grew up in church, Beach Grove Baptist Church out in Reserve. We all were in the choir under the strict tutelage of Miss Emily Jones.
Okay.
And Reverend Anderson, and everything. Everything was instilled in us as we grew up. And just my mom died when I was young, and then I was like,
sometimes we stray away. Sometimes we stray away. Absolutely.
I was like college girls going wild. So
Wow.
I found my way back to God. Met this beautiful woman here, and she kind of kept me, between her and God, they kind of just stayed on me to make sure I try out to do the right thing.
Absolutely. That's a blessing. The beauty in marriage, the beauty of a God-given union. You know what I mean? So, man, that's a blessing right there. Shout out to Waukesha Danae. Shout out to Colette Brown. Thank you for being right here with us on the spot, y'all. Y'all put some hearts on the screen, man. We are on the spot in the building. So, Miss Dana, what about you? If it had not been for the Lord. Now, you talked a little bit about it, but just kind of elaborate for our audience. If it had not been for the Lord, where would you be?
Oh, God. If it had not been for the Lord, I would definitely be lost. And like I said, the Lord had to strip me to get my attention, to get back to him. And he would do that.
Yeah.
He would hold some things up until you get in purpose. Get yourself back to God, back on track. And I thank God that I remember what I was taught. And like I said, I ran back to God. And he just embraced me. Holy Spirit just started teaching me, because I asked him, Holy Spirit, to teach me what I need to know, and put me in a place, put me around, surround me with the right people. And I thank God for that. So if it had not been for the Lord, I would totally be lost. And when you find God, you have contentment and peace.
Yeah, peace. Oh man, you took the words out of my mouth. Peace. Yes, Lord.
Oh God, it is. I'm saying things, and this is what we teaching our kids. And my kids, I'm trying to remind them, God, stay connected to God.
Yeah.
When you stay connected to God, you're going to have distractions coming from here, there, everywhere.
Yeah.
But you have them blinders on, and you look straight to Him because He is our source.
He's the man.
He is our source. And once you connect with God, and trials will come. Trials come through us. Trials.
Yeah.
With marriage but once you have a vision and a goal and you stay connected with God, and the thing is, the way I stay focused, I don't want to disappoint God.
Yeah.
Because we have seen so much of miracles that God has went through. Like I said, like my husband said, when I met him, he was a mess.
Yeah.
But I had to make a decision that he was living a life. And I said, if you're going to be with me, and I had a daughter when he met me, you're going to be with me and my daughter, you have to do some things. You have to straighten up.
Yeah.
And it all depends on if I would allow him to stay like that, well, that's what he would have done. But I had a lot of, older women taught me and told my mom, no, you have to, if you want to be with us and my daughter, you got to straighten up.
Yeah.
And he was ready to change.
Absolutely.
Like I said, he was already trained, he failed, but he had to be his choice, and he did choose the right thing.
Absolutely.
So if it had not been for the Lord for both of us, we would be lost.
Absolutely, man. What a blessing. What a blessing, man. Shout out to Rhonda Lazier in the building. Ryan Clayton. My mama is in the building. Shout out to my mama, Captain Levy, and Shakisha Williams. Thank y'all so much for being on the spot with us on tonight. Y'all, we just had a wonderful, wonderful interview with Mr. Chad James, Miss Dana James. They are here on the spot. Y'all show them some love. My man, as far as your business, where can they get in contact with you if they need your services?
Unique Painting and Renovations, 504-704-6366. Again, that's Unique Painting and Renovations, 504-704-6366. Soon to be on Facebook and all of that
good stuff. Now, before I let you go, I just heard the name. I never asked the name of your business. And Unique Painting and Renovations.
Yes, sir.
Now, you got to talk a little bit about that. Where did that name come from? Because that Unique Painting and Renovations, that's something there.
Oh, well, let's see. Unique Painting and Renovations, how did that come about? I just like doing things that's kind of above.
Yeah.
And different, I like to instill what, I go and do what you want me to do, but I still have my insight on things, and it's just unique.
Unique, absolutely.
It's just unique.
Absolutely.
He never stops.
Right.
He likes to build all through the house. That's his passion. And he likes to build, and sometimes I have to stop him. That is
He's working too hard.
Oh my God! And I would always say, well, let me go buy it. As soon as I say buy, I can build it.
I can make it, yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want you. I want to buy it.
Buy it for what? I got this.
I'm gonna make this. I'm like, stop making everything. But that's. Yeah, he would definitely, like he said, unique. It's definitely unique, and he would stay on a project for hours. I'm like, could you hurry up and finish those people projects?
Right.
But yeah, that's his passion. And then he has my son. Our son is 17, and my son is 17, and now Chad is training him. To do different things, and sheetrock, and pretty much can do what his dad does.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome, man. Well, I just want to thank you guys so much for being on the spot tonight. And you guys were awesome. You guys were awesome. I thank you for, your testimony. I thank you for your work in the kingdom. I thank you for the example in your marriage. Shout out to them, man. 21 years of marriage next month. So y'all put some hearts on the screen for that. Man, it is a blessing as always. Thank you so much for your work here in the production, my man. And y'all show them some love, man. Mr. Chad James, Mrs. Dana James, here on the spot. God bless y'all.
Also check out United Front Transportation.
United Front Transportation.
That's on Facebook as well.
So y'all go check it out. Oh yeah, shout out Miss Yolanda. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, thank y'all so much once again. Much love, my brother. No doubt.
Thank you.
As they walk out, y'all showing some love. Put some hearts on the screen, y'all. Man, it is a blessing. So y'all, absolutely, man. I have to tell you guys again. SeLah's soiree this Saturday, February 24th, 2018, right here. Choice the event place. That's 516 East Airline Highway, LaPlace, Louisiana. All my vendors, all my business owners, everyone with a vision, man. Don't waste any more time. Please, y'all, do not waste any more time. Now is the time to run towards your vision. From 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock, we're going to meet and greet. Business mixer, we're going to talk, we're going to run it, we're going to learn more about each other, and then from 4 to 7, we're going to shop with each other, we're going to network with each other, so do not waste any more time. Y'all go ahead and register today, www.selahproductionsincorp.org. Hit the shop tab at the top of the screen. You're going to see vendor registration. And for all my people who want to come out and show love and shop with our local business owners, our vendors, and just be a part of the wonderful event, it's going to be a very, very elegant event. Ms. Renisha setting up. Y'all know how Ms. Renisha do. You feel me? So, man, it's going to be a blessing. Y'all be sure to come out. For all my visionaries out there, do not waste any more time. Now is the time, y'all. Shout out to my guy, Charles Hildego. Shout out to Lisa Riley, man. Thank y'all for being on the spot. We appreciate y'all for joining us on tonight. We have another wonderful interview coming up, so y'all stay tuned for that. I also want to talk about my director and playwright, just for a second. Shoot, man. We love her so much. She has a wonderful opportunity about to come up. She's about to go to Ghana, Africa, in just a little over a month. And that's going to be a wonderful experience. I know her and a bunch of other ministers are going out from right here at Choice International. So that's a blessing. Just want you guys to keep her in your prayers. If you would like to donate to the cause, donate to SeLah. You know everything that we do here at SeLah. When we get blessed, we like to bless others. So if you guys would like to donate, just go to www.selahproductionsincorp.org. You guys can hit the donate button at the bottom of the screen and donate whatever is on your heart. It will be a blessing to Ms. JaVon, a blessing to SeLah, and in turn, it'll be a blessing to everyone she'll be giving back to. I know they're going out to Ghana to assist the children in the orphanage. If I'm not mistaken, I think she's going to be doing a little bit of JaVon Ophelia's act out there, showing the kids some love, allowing them to act and sing and dance. So that's going to be wonderful, man. So show some love to SeLah Productions, Ms. JaVon, on her future endeavors. www.selahproductionsincorp.org and hit the donate button at the bottom of your screen. So much love. And y'all put some hearts on the screen, because coming up next, y'all show us some love. Give a round of applause. Put some hearts on the screen. Come on down. We got Darian Brown in the building. What's good? How you doing? Have a seat right here on the spot. What's good? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good? You can speak up?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Alright. So look, this is what I want you to do, okay? Dang it, I forgot to do it. I want you to look into the screen right now, right? And I want you to ask them in your own way. Say, can y'all please give me some hearts?
Can y'all please give me some love with a few hearts, everyone?
Give her some hearts, y'all. She deserves some hearts, y'all. Put some hearts on the screen for Darian. She is in the building. She is a very valued member here at SeLah Productions. And man, she right here with us on the spot. So God bless her real good. God bless y'all real good. And let's go and get into this interview. So, what's been up?
Nothing. I just graduated from college.
Y'all put some hearts on the screen for that. So what college did you graduate from?
The Southern University Agricultural and Mechanical College.
Absolutely. And what was your major?
Social work.
Social work. So you finna get it in.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. What's your dream with that? What do you want to do?
I like all social services. So anywhere from the micro level to the macro level, I just want to be able to help in every way I can in any arena.
Mm-hmm.
So as small as clientele and as big as the American Red Cross, it just doesn't
Wow, absolutely, man. That's
being about my Father's business.
being about, man, that's good. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into that. That's a blessing. Y'all give us some hearts for that, man. Just graduating, that's a blessing, man, from the Southern University. Shout out to the Jags. Shout out to all the Jags worldwide. But, so Darian, man, we're going to talk definitely going to talk about everything that you have going on, because that's a blessing. I did see that on Facebook, you feel me? So, let's talk about, let's talk a little bit about SeLah's. Now, you've been with SeLah's for a minute. You are a valued, member with SeLah's. Anybody who's been following SeLah's for a while, you're a familiar face. How did that come about?
Miss JaVon was actually my youth leader from about 11 years old all the way until I was 18, until I was an adult, basically.
Right.
And I was in Miss JaVon's very first stage play, and my character name was Just Jane. So, none of this, all that she's accomplished doesn't come as a surprise to me at all, because I was a part of the roots of it. I seen all the potential that she, God inflicted on her. So, that's how.
So that's how it all started. She always, Miss JaVon always talks about, how she was a youth director first, how that was her first love, how, she started with that. How much of an impact did she have on you growing up, from 11 and all the way up to now?
So I actually remember being a youth, and it's so funny because I used to resent her for it, because she took a lot of my youthism, because I always was with her. I was a lead dancer, so I practiced. We would stay in the church at 2 o'clock in the morning. On a weekend, I never could go to a party.
Right.
I never could do anything because I always was with her. And we practiced but she really played a big part in my life, because she kept me grounded, and I didn't know it until I got older that what she was doing was far more important than what I could have ever been doing than what I was always raving about. So she always reminded me to be a light in any situation, to always expect the best. A lot of my family and friends always be like, why do you everything has to be so perfect? And I think she instilled that into me, that everything should be strategic. You give the Lord your best. And people always rave me about being so particular about things, but we give the Lord our best, and we should want the best in return. And I got that from her.
Man, that's powerful. And I can speak to that as well. We talk about that all the time. Shout out Gail Bartholomew. Shout out Sherelle Brooks, man. Thank y'all. Thank you for being with us here on the spot. We have Darian Brown in the building, a valued member here at SeLah's Productions Incorporated. And we want to thank you for joining us on tonight. We hope God is blessing you real good. Stay tuned. Share this video. Put some hearts on the screen for Darian, because I think she deserves them. What you think?
I think so.
I think she deserves some hearts on the screen, y'all. So y'all show us some love. Stay tuned. So, as far as, dancing, because Darian is an anointed tribe of Judah praise dancer in SeLah's Productions. And, if you guys seen any of our productions, the dances that they do, they're not just going out there and dancing just because. Each time they come out on the stage and dance before a scene, what they're doing is they're setting the mood for what you're about to see.
Right.
Everything from Mr. Chad with his backdrops, with the construction that he does, from Ms. Renitra with the set, with everything she has set up, and the dancers and the actors. Everything is because we want it to be as pleasing to you as possible, and we want to set that mood. So let's talk a little bit about dancing, and how did that become a passion of yours?
Well, I actually began dancing for a dance company at 3 years old. At James Dance Dimension, and I danced for 13 years, and I went to do competitive dance. And then once I stopped doing that, I would do dance full-time at Greater Cape Tribe Baptist Church with the dance ministry with JaVon, and we danced straight for about 5 to 6 years. And it's really just always been a passion. And once I danced liturgically, spiritually, my anointed presence was always known, and I always felt it at a very young age, and it just stuck with me, and I just always wanted to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one of those things, we talk a lot about ministry. We all have gifts, we all have our different things that we use, and we see it as art. But your art is a ministry. When did you know that? I know you grew up in the church, but when did it really hit you? I'm really ministering to people through dance. When did that point come for you?
I think it was maybe about the second or third time that she taught me a dance, and I began to cry during my dance, and just realized that how God has been was so good to me, and through my ministry and all the things that He was doing in my life and for people around me, how I inflicted that same feeling on the audience as they would deliver or whatever the feedback would be, and I could feel the whole room giving me chills as I danced and ministered to God, and just feeling all of that, I was like,
okay, this is not heavy. Just moves, it's real, it's real. That's wonderful. Y'all put some hearts on the screen, y'all. Shout out to Tabitha Simpson. Thank you for being in the building, man. We appreciate y'all for joining us here on the spot. God bless y'all real good. We are here with Darian Brown. She giving us her testimony, y'all. So now I know you talked a little bit about how you would always be with Miss JaVon in the church, and she's trying to lead you down the path that she knew and you knew and we all know we should go down. But at the time, you were a teenager. So obviously there's difficulties for everybody, but during those teenage years, we face a lot of temptation and we face a lot of obstacles. So just kind of talk about that, and you don't have to go into detail, but just what made it so much more worth it to be doing what you actually was doing, and besides what you really was doing, and what is the thing now that reminds you, okay, I'm so glad that I didn't give in to that?
I guess I would say a lot of things that I'm not gonna say that I didn't go through, but God blinded me to, like certain things. I didn't have those struggles. That because God would always give me a certain peace since I was always grounded in His Word. I didn't have some of the. I didn't really have a problem with peer pressure. I was always a leader. I didn't really get into stuff because I always knew that the light is the way, and you do what's right, and if you don't, it just won't mess up if you do. So I think being with her, I was guarded from a lot of things that could have happened. I really can't complain because God has been so good to me. I haven't been through any really hardships, and I'm grateful thus far. I've been through things, but not enough to just
try
throw
to
my
take
hands
you
up.
off track.
And I think that was a part of me being grounded in Him, because once you stray away, like really far away, I think he tries to remind you that to come back. And I'm not gonna say I didn't have those moments, but since I was always with Him, I didn't really.
Right. You never strayed too far away. So it was always an instant of, when we're driving on certain roads, when you go outside of the lines, they got those little bumps. They're like, yo, you not on your side. It was kind of like that. You're not all the way in the other lane. It's just like, oh, let me get back straight, right? Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely, man. Shout out. Y'all put some hearts on the screen. Shout out to Linda Ziegler. Thank you. Oh, she's here almost every week. So thank you, Linda, for being in the building once again here at the spot. We appreciate you for joining us on tonight, and we hope God is blessing you real good. So, Darian, let's talk a little bit about the last production. If it had not been for the Lord. Now, I can say this for a fact. Y'all had some powerful dancers. And if you were in the audience, you could kind of get the feel of the scene that's coming up just by the presence on the stage that you guys had. Just talk a little bit about being an anointed tribe of Judah praise dancer in the production, and what role, because obviously, you guys don't have any lines, you don't go out on the stage and act out a part, but you play a major role in the productions. Just talk a little bit about what ministry you think that carries in the particular production if it had not been for the Lord.
I think we have to be, first of all, we have to pray, because even though we practice all these things, we still can go blank, or things can still, happen on the stage, but it's just precision and always be aware. And if something happens with another dancer, we're trying to key each other to make sure we all stay. But for the very first production, I would think I was a senior in high school, and it's one where I came back. This very last one, I was a senior in college.
Yeah.
So it was very hard for me. I didn't, when you stop doing stuff, you just think that you still got it like that.
Yeah.
When I came back, I was like, oh my God, I'm an adult and this is hard on me.
Yeah.
So it was just like getting back into the routine. The anointing and everything was still there. It's just getting my body and the girls were really moving, so I had to really move.
Right, you had to get back right.
So yeah.
Absolutely. So now let's talk a little bit about that, because you mentioned it before the show. You was here for the very first production, your senior year in high school, and then you took a break. Obviously, you're in college, and so it's a big change. You're becoming an adult. What led you back to SeLah's?
I wanted to do it one more time before I graduated college, and I had told her that because I know things would have got a little bit out of control if I waited until I was done, and then I was working in a full-time
career,
adult, So that was really it, and I know the feeling is unexplainable, and I'm sure you can attest to that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So being on the stage, being with the cast is just, even the behind the scenes when we preparing, we clowning, we singing. It's just the whole feel. I needed to feel that one more time because it's really no feeling like that. So that's really what it was. I just had to be in that, and I would do hair for every production she had, but it's just different when you seeing everybody prepared in the back, dancing in the back, going over the lines, and it's just different. You feel more a part of it, and you just feel like it's a family thing instead of you just being on stage, showcasing or ministering whatever He's given you.
Now y'all know I'll be telling the truth when I tell everybody SeLah's is a family, y'all. This is not, obviously, we're a very, very professional production company. We take it seriously, but man, we have so much fun behind the scenes. We grow, I didn't know you very well when I first came to SeLah's, when we first began interacting, but man, we family now. I got in here today, I was like, what's up? Long time no see. So, that's a part, I think that's a part of ministering, becoming family, growing together in our faith. And, we always have points, and I talked to a lot of the other cast members about this, we always have points where, because we rehearse for months for production, we rehearse for a long time, and, a lot of times, like, I know this season, it's going into festival season, to the summer, so a lot of times people have things that they want to do, but we have to realize we've made a commitment, not only to SeLah's, not only to Ms. JaVon, but to our Father. So it's hard for us a lot of times to stay committed, to stay focused, and to endure. But when we have family and when we grow into a family and we're having fun at rehearsal, it makes it worth it. And it's always great to have people who are constantly encouraging us, constantly helping us to grow in our faith and helping us to remember, look, you're not doing this for you. You're doing this for the kingdom, and you're doing it for all the people who you need to lead to the kingdom. So a couple of more questions just about, dance. Who, if anyone, who do you set out to reach when you go out on that stage and minister?
As far as...
Is there a certain, sometimes as far as dancers, myself, Miss Andrea, Ms. JaVon, and Seisha went to a school a few weeks ago that's going to be a part of JaVon Ophelia's act. And, I rapped, Miss Andrea did an acting piece, Seisha did a few dances. So Miss JaVon went, how Miss JaVon is, she wants to go ask all the kids, who do you want to be like? So the little fellas, they was like, oh, I want to be like the rapper. And all of the young ladies was like, I want to be like the dancer. So is there, obviously you're doing it to glorify God, but is there a certain person out there in that audience who you go on stage thinking, you know what, I want to reach that little girl. I want to reach this age group. I want to show them that, using your testimony to uplift that next person. Is there's something there for you?
Yeah, just anybody that's hard to dance, or I guess it would be girls growing up, or just because I like all type of dance, contemporary, jazz, ballet, tap. Jazz was my favorite growing up, but as I got older, liturgical became, I guess because of the relationship, it was more insightful for me. But definitely little girls, because taught dance as well in the studio, and I teach liturgical dance now at our church. And just once I teach a piece, seeing how they always want to just put their best into that, it makes me want to do it over and over again and challenge them with more dances. And a lot of my foundation is grounded in all the things which JaVon has taught me. So once I see that they can do a certain piece or a certain move, we just always go to, above and beyond to get the next one as precise as the last dance. And that's just what drives me, is when they've accomplished something and now it's time to move on to the next big thing. And that's really what it's about.
It's funny how it comes full circle. You know, how you were being taught in your early years, and Ms. JaVon led you in the direction and helped to guide you in the direction you need to go in, and now it comes full circle, you being that for someone else. How does that feel now that you are an adult? And what made you decide, you know what, it's my responsibility to teach this and to teach these ways to the next young lady?
The funny thing about it is that it was not on purpose, but in his purpose, because I didn't know that I was actually, gonna, because a lot of people were like, you always just be like, you're just like Miss JaVon. No, I'm not.
In his purpose, y'all.
Don't do that. So it wasn't in my purpose, but it was definitely in his purpose to do all of these things. So I still stand in awe of it. I just can't believe it, how it all comes to me. I don't seek it out, but it actually just kind of falls on me. Won't you do this? And once people really ask me, I never say no. So I'm always there for the ministry.
Absolutely.
In whatever arena, if it's of God.
Absolutely. In his purpose. In his purpose. Y'all put some hearts on the screen right now. And that was super powerful. I don't know if y'all heard exactly what she said. She said it wasn't in my purpose, it was in his purpose. She didn't intend to initially to go back and teach. It wasn't in her purpose, it was in his purpose. Somebody put in his purpose on the screen right now. In his purpose. A lot of times it's not about us. It's not about what we want to do. It's God's will for our life. It's God's purpose for our life. Put in his purpose on the screen right now, y'all, because it's not about us. It's not about us. We can't stress that enough. I want to give a shout out to Lisa Nicholson, Belinda Green, Amanda Tessie, and Alyssa Thompson. Thank y'all so much for joining us here on the spot. We are here with Darion Brown. Since y'all just joined, y'all go ahead and put in his purpose. In his purpose on the screen right now. Y'all put some hearts on the screen. And show some love. Put some hearts on the screen for Darion. Darion, ask him for some hearts on me.
Put some hearts, y'all. Hearts, hearts, hearts.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, just a couple of more questions, Darion. We're going to let you get up out of here. But, you talked a little bit about your upbringing. And, I'm sure there were multiple people in your life who helped to keep you grounded, help keep your foundation in your faith. How do you intend into your adult life, and we already talked about one area of it. How do you intend to keep that going and intend to, I guess you would say, just pay it forward and pass it to the next person, because we can't be selfish with our blessings. When we're blessed, we have to bless others. So in your new season, in your something new, how do you intend to bless others?
One thing that I always keep in mind every day, if you do things unto God, he will always give you the desires of your heart, and that makes me just feel overpowered with whatever I'm delivering. Make sure I give people, all of my little cousins, I call them my kids, and I always tell them, if you do this right, God will bless you in this way. So just put out good energy, always be nice. Remember to be an earthen vessel of what God would do. Be like Jesus, walk like him. And even when you stray away, remember that wasn't of him, and just get back on track.
Man, that's a blessing. Shout out to Deidre London. Shout out to James Andrews, Jarita Long, and Chico Joseph. Thank y'all so much for joining us here on the spot tonight, y'all. It is a blessing to have y'all. We thank y'all for being here. Darion, any last thoughts? Anything you wanted to talk to our people about? Any words of encouragement?
Just that to always do exactly what you want to do. Like I said, the playwright, Miss JaVon, and I watched her really from her very first playwright. I always knew that she would be great, and I didn't never put any limitations on what I thought that would be, so I only think bigger. So a lot of this might be like, oh, she's doing this, none of it comes as a surprise. I'm just waiting to see what's next. And I just want to encourage everyone to do think outside of the box and just be bigger than your expectations, and remember that God stands in the root of all of it.
Absolutely, man. Y'all show us some love. Darian Brown is in the building. Y'all put some hearts on the screen. Y'all give her a round of applause. And we also want to give her a big congratulations for graduating. Talk about that one more time. What did you graduate in again?
Social work, a Bachelor of Science in Social Work.
From?
The Southern University Agricultural and Mechanical College.
Y'all show us some love. Darian, thank you for coming on the show tonight. Thank you for being on the spot.
Thank you.
You are such a blessing. We're so glad to have you on SeLah's spot and in SeLah. Y'all show us some love one more time, y'all. Much love, much love, much
Hearts,
love.
hearts, hearts.
Absolutely. Y'all show us some love. Give us some more heart. So, y'all, man, we are almost up out of here. But before we go, y'all, I got one more guest. A blessed man of God. A blessed man of God. This is my guy right here, y'all. Before we bring him up, I want to remind you guys one more time, just in case you're just joining us, y'all. This week is the week. This Saturday is the Saturday. SeLah's soiree, y'all. All my vendors, all my business owners, all my visionaries, now is the time to run towards the vision. Do not wait any longer. It is time to lock into your something new. It is time to lock into your something new, y'all. So don't waste any more time. If you have a business, if you have a service that you offer and you want to take that leap forward, now's the time. Log on right now, www.selahproductionsincorp.org. Hit the shop tab at the top of the screen and hit vendor registration. And we'll see you right here at Choice, the event place, on February 24, 2018 at 516 East Airline Highway, LaPlace, Louisiana. Once again, from 3 to 4 o'clock, we're going to have a meet and greet. We're going to talk. We're going to chill. It's going to be an elegant event. We're going to network with each other. And then from 4 to 7, we're going to mix it up. We're going to mix it up. We're going to talk to each other. We're going to network with each other. I'll be there. We'll have fun. I'm giving free hugs. If you want a free hug, just come and holler at me. We'll do free hugs. And also, we'll have people coming in, some very established business owners. We're going to come in and talk to us a little bit about how they ran towards their vision and why they're so successful at this point. Every vendor will have an opportunity to talk about their business, about their service, about their vision to everyone in the building. Also, SeLah is giving us an opportunity, every vendor, an opportunity to come here on SeLah's spot, talk about your vision. You'll have visibility on SeLah's website, all social media, a flyer. We'll post it on our website on all of our social media so you can expand, so you can grow, so you can get to that next level, so you can lock onto your something new. So please, y'all, do not waste any more time. Now is the time. Actually, I got word earlier that the vendor registration has decreased in price. So make sure you guys take advantage of that, man. Please don't waste any more time. Do it right now, because right now is your time to run towards your vision. So please go on, if you need more details, you can go on Miss JaVon's page. We post a flyer pretty much all day just to make sure you guys can see it. So please don't waste any more time. Run towards your vision. Want to give a shout out to Sean Adams, AJ Bosworth, Santra Gaudier, and Chanel Kirkland. Thank y'all so much for joining the spot. And if you just joined and you didn't hear me, we have SeLah's soiree, a business mixer right here in LaPlace, Louisiana at Choice the Event Place. If you have a business, you have a service that you provide, if you know anyone who does, tell them don't waste any more time, because now is the time to run towards your vision. So please, please, please log on to www.selahproductionsincorp.org, register, come on out, and it's an opportunity for you to present your brand, present your business to everyone. Also, I want to say the public is invited. We do need people to come through and support, learn about our local business owners, or even our not so local business owners. I'm more than sure we're going to have a lot of people here. So please, you guys, the public, go ahead and register as well. You do the same thing. Go to www.selahproductionsincorp.org, hit the shop tab, and you can register as well. Come on in, have fun with us, network with us. There may be someone who can fulfill one of your needs as a business owner, as a service provider. So don't waste any more time, and we'll see you guys here February 24th, 2018 at Choice the Event Place at 516 East Airline Highway, LaPlace, Louisiana. So, So, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, this is my brother, y'all. We saved him for last. I know he got something to say today. I know he got a word on him today. So y'all show him some love. Y'all put some hearts on the screen and give a round of applause to my guy, Gregory Taylor. Y'all show him some love, man. What's up, my brother? Oh, man, we out here, brother.
Chilling,
you
man.
fresh.
Thank you, man. You look good, too.
Oh, man, thank you, my brother. How you doing today, man?
Not much, man. Just, blessed to keep breathing.
Absolutely.
Stay breathing.
Absolutely, man. Thank you for joining us on the spot tonight, my
Yes,
brother.
sir. It's a pleasure.
So this is what I want you to do. I want you to look into the camera right now.
All right.
And in your own Gregory Taylor way, ask the people for some hearts, my brother.
Hey, man, give me some hearts, man. Shout out to SeLah's. Shout out to Miss JaVon. Shout out to your boy, K. Levy. I was up, man. Show us some hearts.
That was good. Hey, thank you.
I'm trying to be like you, bro.
Well, thank you, brother. He give me some hearts, too. I appreciate it. So, man, bro, something new, man.
Yes,
We're in
sir.
a new season, brother.
Yes, sir.
So, I want to start this off. First of all, you're man, Choice. We're here at Choice, the event place, Choice International. And for those of you who don't know, man, Greg plays a huge role here. Let's just talk a little bit about that, your role here at Choice.
Oh, man. What do I not do? The event center, I'm the manager of the event center. The church side, Choice International Ministries, sound engineer, armor bearer, operating administration as well. So pretty much I got my hands in every system, events, and the church side. So it's pretty much.
Absolutely. And what does that mean to you? What pride do you take in, having such a large role?
I'll say this. If I didn't have such multiple tasks, I'd probably be doing something else.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that God is keeping me grounded.
Yeah. This
is the foundation, or this is a stage of humility that He's holding me to. So I thank God for just the man of God. Shout out to Bishop Prophet Antoine Jasmine, keeping me grounded and humble and keeping me meek at the same time. So, I mean, if you take a look at my bloodline, all the males in my bloodline didn't succeed, sports, athletics, but when it comes to me, I didn't have all of those abilities. I'm more of a brainiac, smarts, but you know how the saying goes, you're too smart for your own good.
Yeah.
So I definitely believe that, if I were to go the other route, then I would fail.
Mm-hmm.
But I thank God that He has placed me in the man of God's life, this ministry, and people like yourself.
Absolutely, man. It's a blessing. Me and you have had multiple conversations. Shout out to Jeremiah Johnson in the building, man. Thank you for joining us. We got Gregory Taylor in the building.
It's good.
He out here. Me and you have a lot of conversations usually after the show. And we just, we talk about growth. And I expressed to you just recently, you had no idea how much of a role you even played in my growth. So I kind of want to talk about when did you first become a part of this ministry, and how did it happen? Just kind of talk about your upbringing in this ministry.
I joined this ministry in 2008.
Mm-hmm.
Summer of 2008. I was a freshman.
Mm-hmm.
Short-term memory. I was a freshman, 2008, East St. John. My family was here. Just, going through the cycle of being the only boy in the family, grew up with a mother, 3 sisters, and a dad who was in and out, working, things of that nature.
Yeah.
So, man, this ministry has pretty much gave me a sense of being a son.
Mm.
It's a fathership house, prophetic, apostolic house. So pretty much is cultivation, guidance, having a vision. I've been placed in me since I've been a part of this ministry.
Mm-hmm.
It's been 10 years now.
Wow.
2008. 2018.
Wow.
So, I mean, I'm here. I thank God for the ministry. So,
yeah, absolutely. When I first met you, it was maybe 2012 or something like that. It's been a minute. I had a low haircut.
For the campaign?
No, it was actually before that. It was Campaigning for Christ was like 2014-ish, if I'm not mistaken. It was a back to school. It was Route 46, back to school event.
Yeah, I remember.
And I thought it was funny because at the time I had just got with Miss JaVon. Well, maybe it couldn't have been 2000. It might have been like 2013. Might have been 2013. I had just got with Miss JaVon, and I was here for a back to school event that they had here at Choice. And my role in one of the previous productions, Lord, If I Can Help Somebody, was Gregory. And Gregory was an armor bearer.
Wow.
So it was funny because when I perform, I like to give a shout out to whoever's playing the music. It's just all love. So I was like, man, shout out to my guy back there. What's your name, brother? And he was like, Greg. I was like, yo, yeah, I'm Greg in the production,
Yes, sir.
So, and it's crazy because I knew I would come back to Choice. I knew I would come back to Choice at some point. But in my mind, it was like, oh, well, they probably going to call me back to perform again. But I never knew that, I would form a brotherhood with yourself, with D. Francis, with Troy,
yes, sir.
And obviously with Prophet Antoine Jasmine. And it's such a blessing. And I keep, it's funny that I keep being drawn back here because of the relationship that I have with you guys. I'm so thankful for you. I want to, because I attended Miracle Monday 2 weeks ago.
Right.
You guys here at Choice are so welcoming. There was a young man who came and he shared his testimony, and he talked a little bit about how, he started to, I forgot exactly who it was, but he talked about how he was not really into church. He knew he needed to be there, and he I think it was it Miss? I forgot, but it was someone who invited him here. And because of the anointing that is on this place, yes, in the family-oriented place that this is, and the welcoming arms that you guys have, he feels like he's here to stay.
Yes,
just talk a little bit about what Choice means, not only to you, but why do you feel Choice is so anointed, I guess you would say? Because, everyone that I know who comes to Choice, they feel like they need to come back. What does Choice mean to you?
Man, what Choice means to me, it's a life source.
Yeah.
Not only the people, but God himself. I feel like that this house is like no other house. That's just me. I'm pretty sure everybody says that about their church, and they should say that. It's different. It's unique. It's more geared towards the millennial and the traditional generation at the same time. So we do not delete or stray away from the customs of the traditional generation.
Yeah.
But we know how to grab a hold of the hand of my generation.
Right.
Our generation.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
you definitely want to keep things fresh. I think that's pretty much what gears me towards this ministry. Prophet Antoine Michael Jasmine, he's a down-to-earth man.
Yeah.
He's not all spiritual all the time. He's a real, genuine man, and he's a father man. He tells you when you're wrong. He tells you when you're right. So, it's just a homey feel, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
I can't see myself going to another ministry, man.
Absolutely. So, Greg, man, we talk a lot about something new. Now, if you guys saw the trailer, the cast teaser for the new production, Won't He Do It, you saw me looking really mean.
Help him.
Help me for real. You saw my guy Greg. You saw our entire cast. Now, my man, have you had any acting experience in the past?
No, sir.
No. So
this is the first.
This is just something new.
Yes, sir.
So, without going into details about the production, because we rehearsing right now, we getting everything straight. So when we come to you guys, we correct. We definitely want to come with excellence. We want to definitely portray what God has for us. But just talk about that something new. Just being in a position to be on the stage, acting in front of a live audience, and using a gift that you have to minister.
Something new. This is
something new.
Truly something new for me. I always had a desire to act. You know, we have many gifts, but we have to start. We have to take it one gift at a time. So, not knowing that, you know, by me coming to this ministry, things will open up for me. Miss JaVon, Ophelia, Butler. Shout out to Miss JaVon. She's like a mother to me. She opened that door for me through her connection with Bishop. Bishop connections with God. So definitely everything falls into place. I'm happy to act. I did 2 skits with Miss JaVon, Ophelia Butler. I was Bishop Wright in the first skit. I was a bishop. Also, the second skit, I was the Angel of Lights. I floated on my hoverboard, you know, things of that nature. We're not gonna get into detail. I was on my hoverboard. But I've seen the side of me that I knew was in me, but it took a woman like Miss JaVon to bring that out. Late nights, I mean, it's really time consuming when you want to be an actor, when you want to do anything in life. I mean, I'm just happy to be on the ship, man. I'm not trying to be like a Jonah. I'm trying to stay on the ship.
Absolutely, man. Shout out to Cornetta Rivette. Shout out to Shakina Alexander. Shirley Trench is in the building as always. And Cheryl Russell. Thank y'all so much for joining us on the spot. Got my man Gregory Taylor in the building. He's talking about his something new, y'all. His something new. So, with your something new, man, you know, we SeLah's family. Darian just talked about it. We family.
Yes, sir.
So, you know, obviously you knew some of us beforehand. But, you know, just talk a little bit about the family orientation of SeLah's and how do you feel when we're at rehearsal? I know we're here long, but, you know, we're always, you know, we're joking around. How does it feel just to be here, just in the presence of, and growing towards something?
Man, just being here with you guys, I feel at home.
Yeah.
I mean, I can be myself. I'm a type of guy who likes making everybody laugh, real humorous. So I definitely show that side of me. So if I have the ability to make someone laugh, you know that, you know, you guys are family or I'm at home. Shout outs to Miss Renisha, you know, the decoration is beautiful. I always compliment her all the time. I mean, just the family, man. It's family oriented. Miss JaVon, you know, she can do the most sometimes. You know, shout outs to Miss JaVon, but I do love her because she's real passionate. If we look at historians or people who are icons, legend, your Prince, people like Kanye, they're misunderstood, but they are geniuses. So I believe that, you know, I'm sorry to sidetrack, but Miss JaVon, she's one of those modern day geniuses.
Absolutely.
So she has she has a witty mind, she has an intellectual mind. Sometimes she does things that people can't understand, but that's just her passion behind her gift that God has given her. So as far as the family, man, family is family, man.
It's all good. Like my man said earlier, everything is good.
Everything good.
So now you said something just now that I kind of want to go back to because when you're a visionary, people are not always going to understand what you're doing.
Right.
We're on this ship with Ms. JaVon because obviously we understand her vision. We see where she's trying to go, and we want to be a part of that. We want to support her in that vision because we know it comes from God.
Yes, sir.
Now, you know, we're all servants. We're all servants, and we all have to serve in order for, you know, God's graces to fall upon us as well.
Yes, sir.
How important is it, and how easy or hard is it for you to serve as much as you do?
That's a great question. I keep referring to the Bible because, I mean, it's a prime example. Elisha, he served Elijah. Timothy served Paul. Ruth served Naomi. So if we look to the lives of those people, there's a pattern. All those who served their leader, they became great. They got the double portion. Yeah. So whether it's, and especially our generation, we don't want to serve. I mean, we think we know it all. We're a microwave generation.
Straight to the top. Yeah.
I mean, sometimes we got to go in the oven sometimes.
Right.
So it's very important to serve. With serving, it takes a lot of patience. You have to have patience. You have to have obedience. Obedience is costly. So as we take a look at my life, God stripped sex away from my life. He stripped clubs away from my life. He strips drugs away from my life. All the things that my family is known for. He wanted to do something and is still doing something different in my life. Yeah. So I believe that God veered me from that path. He put a prophet, Antoine Michael Jasmine, in front of me. He put people like you all, so I can observe and learn from and you know, just make the right decisions. Yeah. So definitely it's important to serve. We don't want to wait sometimes, but as we take a look at the Bible again, you know, those people who I mentioned earlier, it took them 20 years to get the double portion. Yeah. 20 is a number of perfect and complete waiting period. So it's going to take a special gift or special grace to be planted inside of you in order to serve. Wow. So, I mean, I go on to speak from my experience,
no doubt. No doubt. You know, I definitely, you know, for me, obviously with my gift, you know, of course, I want to be known now. I want to tour nationwide now. But, you know, I have to realize that it's not about me. Right. You know, it's not about me. It's about God's timing, and God's timing is perfect timing. Yes, sir. So, you know, that's why for me, you know, Ms. JaVon knows I'll do anything for her. You know, I didn't think I would be doing this. When we first talked about it, I was like, I don't know about this, Ms. JaVon, but, you know, I'm here. We're here, episode 11, episode 12, and it's a blessing. You know what I mean? It's definitely a blessing. SeLah's a blessing. Just talk a little bit about, you know, because you're new to SeLah. You know, you're new to SeLah. Help me, Lord. But man, SeLah has blessed me so much, man. Just not only from the professional part of it, you know, not only just from, okay, maybe I can become a good actor and, you know, become known, but just in my faith, in my faith. So you said you wanted to pursue acting. Right. You know, you always had ambitions to act. Now, you could have went anywhere. Right. You could have went to any production company. You know, it could have been worldly stuff, whatever. Yes. But something led you to SeLah. Now, obviously, there's a connection with Ms. JaVon, Prophet Jasmine, but you still had to make a decision. Right. What was that determining factor that was like, you know what, I want to do this, and I want to do this with SeLah?
Where the school I was going to attend, and this is God, I looked into the school needed some renovation. So it was closed down temporarily. I'm not going to give the school name. So, bada boom, SeLah came about to the ministry. Actually, Ms. JaVon, she never was going to use our facility at all. Yeah. But, you know, through the voice of God, working through the man of God, and, you know, God working through Ms. JaVon, it was a perfect knit. So God spoke to her and said, hey, you know, you can have this building, work with the people in the ministry. Yeah. And I knew it was God. I knew it was God. It was a nudge that God says, hey, you need to do this because this may be the first and last time that I'm going to talk to you. So I hopped on the train. Yeah. I just, you know what I'm saying? So I hopped on the train, and that's how I became a part of SeLah. So
Perfect example of running towards our vision, man. Shout out Valdez Shaw, Charmaine Baptiste, Shanrick Burns, Sean Jackson, and Asia Dorserides. Shout out to all of y'all for being with us on the spot tonight, y'all. We appreciate y'all. We hope God is blessing you real good. Greg, I just got a couple of more questions for you, brother. And I'm going to let you go, my man. You know, now, I know you're very blessed, my brother, you know, and you know, not only are you growing in your faith, but you're helping other people grow in their faith. What does that mean to you to know that, you know, you're connected to a source that helps you to be as knowledgeable as you can possibly be? And what do you take from that and give to others?
And it's funny that you brought that up because you know, we had to talk about this. Me and my man and I had to talk about this a couple days. I truly didn't understand it by me being connected to such a knowledgeable person, a person of, you know, great wisdom. until now.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes we take things for granted. You know, sometimes we have our own thinking system. So, but now I can see that, you know, God has truly wanted me in the position that I'm in now to reach the next generation. Why? Because I'm no longer 14. I'm no longer 18.
Right.
You know, I'm a full man now. So those who joined our ministry, who are younger than me, now it's my turn to step up into their lives and you know, pour wisdom into their lives. So, I mean, I think that's not. Let me say, I know that's why I'm here for a fact. You know, it's a trailblazing system. So, from my grandfather, from my father prophet, now me and some of my current brothers in the ministry. Now we have to reach those teen years. So, I mean, I'm just blessed, man. I may not have it all. I may not have, you know, the cars, the clothes, but all those things will come later. The Bible says, "Seek ye first the kingdom, and all these things shall be added." Absolutely. So as we seek the kingdom, as we seek God, as we seek the face, the hand of God, then all these things shall be added. So I don't take it for granted, man. I'm just here. I'm just little old me. You know what I'm saying?
Word, absolutely, man. Oh, shout out to Trey Warren in the building, man. We had my man on a few weeks ago. Shout out to Trey, he's in the building. He's a blessing to SeLah's as well. So, Greg, man, I'm about to let you go, brother. But before we go, I want you, because, you know, not only do you work here, you know, with Choice International and Choice the Event Place, but, you know, you have some businesses on your own as well. Just talk to the people a little bit about that, man. Some of your other endeavors you have going on.
Oh wow, which one?
Sure, you can talk about the shades, you can talk about the flyers, whatever.
Flyers, tailor-made graphics. Of course, my last name, tailor-made. It's kind of catchy and custom.
Good word
fit.
I like it.
I learned from you, you know, grabbing metaphors. Tailor-made graphics. That consists of my flyers, political signs. Need facial touch-ups, you know, photos, you send that to me. Just anything with editing, videography, photography. I do make healthy shakes as well. Shout out to my boy K. Levy. He got the recipe.
I got the recipe.
Shakes. Pretty much. That's about it. Amen. Let's thank God. Give Miss Renisha some hearts. Shout out to Miss Renisha, man. Show some love to Miss Renisha, as always. You know, behind the camera. Absolutely holding it down. So, Greg, before we go, y'all, any words of encouragement for our viewers out there, my man? Words of encouragement. Just keep pushing. Keep pressing. Keep prevailing. Yeah. 3 P's. You know, sometimes we are, you know, in a situation to where we can't see God. Yeah. You know, sometimes we're in a situation where, you know, the lights are down, the blinds are in front of us. But, you know, as for you, I believe that in this season that God is definitely going to reveal who He is to you. You know, that's not a prophecy. That's just a factual situation in which I've seen through people around me, people in our ministry. Amen. So I believe that, you know, this is definitely a season where your eyes shall be open. Amen.
Amen. Man. We want to give a shout out to Liza Simmons. We want to give a shout out to Jada Taylor. Thank y'all for joining us on tonight. Before we go, y'all, man, thank you. Thank you, my brother.
Anytime, you got.
Much love. Rock with me. Stay with me.
I got you.
Stay with me. We're going to bring Darion back on the set. We're going to end this out the right way, y'all. Y'all come on down. We're going to end this with our entire family as they're coming up. All right. We want to just thank y'all once again for joining us. We want to thank our guests for coming on tonight. Gregory Taylor, Darion Brown, Miss Dana James, Mr. Chad James as they're coming. And shoot, man, thank y'all for joining us each and every week right here. Choice International, that's 516 East Airline Highway, LaPlace, Louisiana. Thank Prophet Antoine Jasmine for always allowing us to stream live here. We want to thank Ms. Renisha Jones. Give a huge shout out to our director and playwright, Ms. JaVon Ophelia Butler. And we want to thank you. We want to thank you for being here in the spot with us each and every week. Want to remind you guys one last time, one last time. This is y'all last time seeing me before the soiree. This Saturday, February 24th, 2018, y'all. SeLah's soiree right here at Choice the Event Place. That's 516 East Airline Highway, La Place, Louisiana. If you are a business owner, if you are a visionary, if you have a service that you provide, you need to be here at the soiree, and you can register right now at www.selahproductionsincorp.org. Go to the top of the page, hit the shop tab, hit vendor registration. Also, if you want to come, just show love, shop with some of our vendors, shop with some of our business owners, you can do the exact same thing. Go to www.selahproductionsincorp.org, hit the shop tab, and hit guest. And you can come out, show love, come through and just interact, network with some of our business owners, some of our vendors. And we're just trying to continue to grow, y'all, run towards our vision. Each and every one of our guests on tonight talked about how they run towards their vision, their God-given purpose. So I want to thank you all for joining me on tonight, man. It's a blessing. And I want to thank y'all. You want to pray us out of here, bro?
I guess.
Absolutely, absolutely. Y'all know how we do it, man. We're going to pray up out of here and shoot, man. Y'all join us in prayer.
Father God, we thank you for this day. We thank you for this night. We thank you for this meeting, Father God, this Facebook Live meeting. We thank you for Mr. JaVon Butler.
Yes, Lord.
We thank you for Kaylin, Father God. We thank you for the guests that is on this set. And we thank you right now, even for Ms. Renitra. We praise your name in advance, God. We give you glory. We thank you right now for continual growth. We thank you for increase, abundance, and multiplication over each and every individual concerning this vision. We thank you right now in the name of Jesus, God, that as we leave from this set, we thank you right now that the blood shall cover us, the blood shall be with us in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen, man. That is a blessing. Y'all, I'll see you guys at the soiree, and I'll see you guys next Thursday right here on SeLah's Spot. God bless you real.